Hey, welcome and join your blended family. All the beef fams out there, what it is. It is another Friday. It's a, and it's not just a Friday. Seriously, I just want to say that. I want to say that to you, my lovely wife. And I want to say that to you listening, my lovely beef family, that today is not just another Friday. It is a fun Friday. Today is going to be fun, and I think we just have to really focus on that. Sometimes we just get into the normal routine, but you know what? We getting out of it today. We saying, not today. Today is fun. Today is set aside for our family. Today is going to be special.
Preach it, brother.
It's going to be good. It's going to be great.
I thought you were like, really, there was something. I was like, is it my birthday on
there
this
is
episode?
But that's it. We're taking nothing into something, and
that is
there,
deep. That is
good.
You
You got to do that. That's life, right? And we get so just caught up in routine and everything. But, man, let's just make today special, Today is the day the Lord has made.
Let us rejoice
and
be glad in it.
Oh. So
all
here
right.
we go. A fun Stepfamily Scavenger Hunt. Are you intrigued? Because I am. This is going to be something that is going to be fun. It's going to be doable. And it's going to be something your family will remember always. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to share with you because this is one of my favorite things to do. All right. So I want you to picture this.
Picturing.
You're at your house.
I'm closing my eyes. Don't do this if you're driving. Don't close your eyes while you're driving.
You tell your kids, jump in the car. We're going on an adventure.
Ooh. Jump in the car, kids.
Then.
Do you say like mean? Like, jump in the car. We're going on an adventure.
Don't do that. That's actually a pointer in this is don't do that.
Don't do that. So that's the wrong way.
You have to have the right excitement behind you. So you get your kids, you tell them, get in the car, we're going on an adventure. And then you drive through somewhere to get drinks for everybody because when you're in the car and you're on an adventure, you got to have your favorite drink in hand.
Like for us, it'd probably be Buc-ee's.
Yes.
So you pick your favorite stopping place and get your drinks.
And get your drink.
Snacks.
And then
beef jerky.
Yes.
Pork rinds.
Beaver nuggets.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's also has an ice cream now. But anyways, besides the point. So you go through, you get your favorite snacks and drinks. You don't have to do that. It's just a little bonus. And then you take on your hometown on a hometown scavenger hunt.
Ba-da-dum!
Now, this is one of those things. I will tell you, I have a long history of scavenger hunts. This one...
She is a scavenger hunt specialist.
...has been perfected for you guys from learning from all of the mistakes that I have made in my scavenger hunt journeys.
So listen to this SHS. Scavenger hunt specialist.
Oh.
That's like a title now. We created a title.
Okay,
so
yes,
you are an
is,
SHS specialist.
Add that behind
SHS.
my name. So one thing, when my kids were younger, their birthdays, whatever, we would do these as like competitions. We've done this with our youth group as competitions where you're going out against other teams of people and you're competing. That's not what this is because we are team building in our step family. We're doing things that are bringing us together, not things that are pulling us apart.
Come together.
So we have three different
over me.
There you go. 3 different options for you to do. I'm going to share with you the main one, but then there's also these 2 other ways that you can do this. Yes. But you're working together to build these moments with your family. This one is a photo because we just don't get enough pictures. I
disagree, but go ahead.
Really?
But we come from we come from
them fighting words.
I know we come from 2 different
Now I went a couple days ago to my I guess technically he's my ex-father-in-law, my ex-husband's dad's house a couple days ago. And he was talking about, he's a man that likes to get really deep in a conversation, but he was talking about this funeral that he had just went to. And this lady only had 3 pictures.
Only 3 pictures?
That is because she hated pictures so much that she never wanted to be in them. So they only had 3 pictures at her funeral. And I think that just breaks my heart. And what's funny is in the exact same day, we had my uncle over for dinner, and he was talking about a family friend that we went to church with, that when she passed, her son made a slideshow of her entire life that was included in the funeral from the time she was little all the way through every season of her life. And it was like a 20-minute slideshow. They'd never seen anything done so incredible.
But that's how they started it.
I did not.
That's
and
really
that's
cool.
what, and that was like embedded in the in the funeral. But I didn't even put that together. In the same day, both of those conversations took place. Very interesting until I was just saying that. But I love pictures. I don't think we have enough pictures. And I think sometimes when it comes to our kids or our spouse, when we're trying to get them to take pictures, they want to fight us on it. So if you build this into the game, into the activity, then you have all of these different pictures, and they can be fun, they can be silly, they don't have to be serious, staged, because Randall hates staged pictures where we're like, take a selfie with this whatever.
I want
behind
action. I am an action guy. It's like, let's take pictures in action when we're doing something, when we're, just
candid.
In motion. Yes,
that's the name for those kind. You like candid photos.
I do. Yeah, I think those speak a lot.
Yes. So
then everything's always the same, like, hey, we're both doing the same smile and everything.
If you ever have opportunity to look at our pictures when we went to Hawaii, by like the second day, he said, I don't want to do pictures anymore. Then I said, well, how can we make this better? And anyways, we started taking silly pictures in front of everything. So most of our pictures after that were silly.
And that's fun.
Yeah. And I don't disagree. They are fun pictures to look back on.
Thank you.
So with this, though, make sure your storage is clear on your phone, because I know how that can get as well, so that it doesn't hinder you on the hunt. But there's a list of items. You don't have to get all of them, but that is the fun, right? This isn't the kind of scavenger hunt where you're getting points for every single thing you find. The goal is to locate these things in your town.
Well, and to back up before we confuse anyone, so you've created 3 different types of scavenger hunts, and so that's kind of what we're talking about. So this first one is what you're talking, the checklist one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm pretty sure we said that, but
I just want to clarify for those who might have missed that.
Like you. You're probably singing a song in your head.
This one is the checklist scavenger hunt. And for all those listening to me singing the song that missed that part, now we have elaborated enough to where we all know we're all on the same page, because it's all about healthy communication.
There we go. And again, for all 3 of these are meant to be your hometown. I picked items that you would have in your hometown, and really that you don't have to you can get out of your car, but you don't have to go into places. When we would take the kids on scavenger hunts, we would get angry people because you would go inside the mall to like take a picture with a mannequin or something. And then the workers would be like, we have forced no scavenger hunt law in this store.
Try taking a picture with a cop, and he'll tell you really quickly, we don't take pictures.
Cops don't take pictures.
Yeah, some of the items on our scavenger hunts were pretty elaborate.
You had to find...
Now, granted, this was with the youth. Okay, so we were doing a lot of crazy off-the-wall things. That's not what this is.
That is true. No, this is really... One of my kids' fondest memories is when we became tourists of our own town. So really that kind of spiraled this idea here. And it was a summer. We've talked about it on here before, but I just packed up the kids in the car. They got the camcorder out because we had just got this new camcorder, and we were going around our town as if we were visitors, and we were finding all of these like things that if people were for visitors that they would find interesting, and we were just taking some time to take pictures of them and appreciate them. So the idea behind it isn't necessarily that you're going and doing these things, but it will also leave you with a lot of ideas of things like, oh, hey, you know what? We've been in this town for 15 years and we have never gone to the museum in this town. I went to Oklahoma with a friend for her mother's funeral, and Reba McEntire's hometown was this hometown that we were in. And her grandmother said, I have never been to that museum. It had a whole Reba section in this museum, and she had never been there before. Yeah. We don't take advantage of these things that we have in our own town. Like our hometown, Selena used to live here at one point in time. If you don't know Selena, she's a very popular Mexican
Salinas,
a Mexican artist, singer, and that passed away in the 90s. And so she was from our hometown. And so our little museum here in our town has a little section for Selena. That's a new thing. But it has a list of these things that not necessarily you're going and doing them, but you're locating them and you're going and standing outside. Something on the list might be your population sign, locating that and seeing how many people are in your town. It might be finding your water tower, like just finding little things, a statue. Most towns have some sort of statue or mural in them, and go locate them and then snap a picture with you there. And now you have all these pictures, plus it's a little game. And then if you really enjoy it in your hometown, go to the next hometown, like the town next to you, 15 minutes away, and go do this same activity over there. And it just, especially if your kids or stuff like you just like to drive around and experience things, but you don't want to get out and go do all of these things, it just gives you a little fun thing to do in the car.
Yeah. There it is, Scavenger Hunt. So that's the checklist, Scavenger Hunt. But that it really is. I mean, there's quite a few things even in this town that I could think of that I hadn't done or I haven't been to. So, I think we all fall victim to that.
You're right. And every town has this special things about it. I mean, it's crazy when you go to look. Like one of the things on the list is to find like someone famous for your town. And I put on there, you might have to get creative on this one because maybe not every town has a famous person and you probably can't get a picture with them, but coming up with some sort of way like, okay, who would be the famous person in our town? Anyways, it just has fun little stuff like that.
If you really want to win some hearts, go take a picture of your mom or something. Be like,
she's famous.
She's the famous one in the town.
There you go. There you go.
There it is. That's so good.
And then way number 2 is more of a bingo style. So you have a bingo board, and we're going to have these for you like in a printout attached to the show notes. That way you have the opportunity to go print these out so you have it on your scavenger hunt. But it looks like a bingo board, and you can play it where you're trying to find just like a bingo across or diagonal or in the columns, or you could do blackout and you're trying to find all of these locations in your town. And these are listed more like things to keep in mind for date ideas in the future, like maybe your town theater or your town art museum or a coffee shop or a dessert place. It has things like that written down so that you're getting out and you're seeing some of these things. But then there's also the mix of just things that like your football stadium. Everybody pretty much has a football stadium.
If you have a high school, you got a football stadium normally.
Usually you do. And then maybe things too, as I was creating it, it might be things that your kids, it might spark an interest in them that they're like, I want to come and try this out sometime. So just go through the list, try to find the diagonal and try to get the bingo that way, or play blackout and try to find every single one of these things. The purpose again is not to rush through this, and you're not racing anybody, which is like a typical scavenger hunt where it gets a little bit scary, people driving a little too unsafe.
This is a quality
This is
bingo.
Quality
bingo.
time in the car, have the music going, your favorite drinks, and you're just enjoying this time and discovering these things. Have conversations about these things. If this is your hometown and maybe your spouse didn't grow up in the hometown, you might have stories attached to some of these places, or maybe your spouse and your stepchild grew up in this town. They may have special memories to share. So use this as opportunities. Car conversations, that shoulder to shoulder, is some of the best time to have convos with your family.
I'm glad you explained blackout, because if you hadn't, people might have been sitting there going, is that okay? We all get in the car and we put blindfolds on to black everything out. And it's like, okay, that could be really dangerous.
Did you know what blackout was?
Yeah, I did. But I'm just saying, though, I could take it like if I didn't know what blackout was, I'd be like, what does that mean? Do you just
B-Fam, I think he
black?
thinks that you guys are...
No, I'm just saying, sometimes, blackout would, I don't know.
That is
Maybe
true.
not everybody's a bingo player,
That is true. And I know
there might be some,
people in here from all over the world.
Maybe there's somebody who's never played bingo before, because it is kind of... It's almost, you don't see it as often anymore.
I want to go have a bingo night. I want to actually go to a bingo hall. I'm dropping all kind of date ideas for
I
you
love
here lately.
Yeah, I love bingo. I just never win, so very few. But yeah, I love bingo too.
We need to do a whole episode on just bingo itself.
Bingo night. Yeah, I wonder, with kind of the younger generation, our generations growing up, if they... bingo's kind of phasing out a little bit.
Well, if they're at school, they're playing bingo at some point.
Okay.
Because it's
there's school bingo.
Yeah, it's
still school bingo. That's good.
It's a thing at the schools.
There's still hope for society then.
Regular bingo, you're playing some sort of bingo.
I was getting a little fearful of humanity, but now we still have bingo in the schools, so we're good.
Yeah, there we go. But I want to go and I get some bingo daubers and 5 cards to play off of. That's what I want to do.
All right. And for the last one, we will bring that to you momentarily. You stay tuned. It's time to have some more blended family fun. Yeah. Are you ready?
What was that?
I've been really working on this song. What do you think?
Sure. It's great, babe.
Well, it goes along with how to enjoy your blended family. The 5 dates to discover fun in your step family, the greatest thing since sliced bread for blended families.
Okay, I get it now. I feel your excitement. But why don't you tell them about it instead of singing it to them?
Wow. Okay, shut me down. Why don't you? All right, let me try. When you have more fun together, you see less blended family drama. But we can get so caught up in life and problems that we miss out on really enjoying our family. So we'll walk you through 5 dates where you'll discover more fun your family loves and have a great plan to keep it going. How's that?
Pretty good. Short and sweet. I know that got them way more excited about all the fun possibilities they can experience with their family than your song did.
What? Seriously?
Well, you could have also told them that it not only creates more fun in their whole family doing this, but it also adds more fun in their marriage and gives them new ways to connect with their kids individually. It's also great for building that step-parent relationship. You could have said all that too.
I don't think you really appreciated all the work that I put in on that song.
Anyways, How to Enjoy Your Blended Family, 5 Dates to Discover Fun in Your Step Family is available for you today. Discover more fun and you'll see less problems. The link to get started is in the show notes of this episode.
Have more fun with your blended family and go on these 5 dates today. You'll be so glad you did. Yeah, yeah.
Really? You had to go there again. Let's get back to this episode.
All right, we're coming back with the last scavenger hunt idea. Now, as we said, this is going to be, she did a phenomenal job. You did a phenomenal job
Thank you.
creating this. This is like her specialty. She thrives on doing things like this. So she created it where we have it in a PDF version that you can print out and you can keep forever if you want to. It's free. So we'll have that in the show notes for you. So these are just as the things as she's creating them, and we can give those away. That's our heart, is just kind of things that we find, we want to link you to, things that we create, we want to give you, and just stuff like that. The heart, though, is we want you to have fun with your family, and this is a really cool way to do it. So we've already given 2. So we've given the checklist, Scavenger Hunt, and now we've given the bingo. Now that we know that bingo's still in schools and humanity's saved, we talked about the bingo, and now the third one. Would you like to unveil the third option of family scavenger hunt?
The third one is probably a scavenger hunt that you have never done before.
Ooh, intrigued.
And again, it's something you don't want to rush, because it's the moment together that's making this special. Because this is one of, if you really wanted to get like technical with it, you could probably go in one spot and knock a lot of them off of your list.
Well, if you're going A to Z, I mean,
I haven't said that part yet.
I know, I was just being funny. I was setting the stage for you. I was setting the stage for you. I was like, baby, here's a platform, and you're like giving it back. Like, I don't need it.
You're ruining it. This is an alphabet hometown scavenger hunt.
Alphabet.
But it has the letters A all the way down to Z, and it has like lines next to it, because you're going to fill in the blanks. You're going to find something in your hometown that starts with an A. Not like, here's an apple, but something like a place.
We went to HEB, an apple. Take a picture.
So HEB would be a great one to go for the letter H. An airport would be a great one for with the letter A. So you want to find a place.
It's not like A. It's like the letter A.
Gosh, your mind. I love you so much.
I'm a special guy.
This morning we were getting ready. He said something about, well, it's one of my best qualities. And I was like, but I saved myself, and I was like,
she did. She turned it around quick.
I said, you have so many great qualities that are higher than that.
And if I thought really deep on that, then yes. I might have stopped, but I just rolled with it. I'm like, yeah, thanks,
it was
babe.
A compliment. Thanks, that was a backhanded compliment, right? That's what that's called. So this is one, though, you're going to go look. So you're looking for something that starts with A in your hometown. You're looking for something that starts with B. Tell me something starts with a B that would be in every town.
Baseball field.
There you go. You're good
Winner.
at this.
Ding, 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 ding.
What about C?
Maybe a cat.
Not items like that. Maybe a car wash.
Oh, yeah. I guess you could do car wash. Chili's.
Yeah, I guess it starts with a C. It's more of a I guess we're not doing sounds. We're doing letters, so that would work. It's like that license plate game, right? When you're driving in the car going on a road trip and you're trying to find something out there like a sign or something that starts with it. So it's similar to that, but you're doing it in your town. You're doing it together as a team. It's not a competition. And then keeping in mind that each of these things, as you're being exposed to them, you may be like, like we have batting cages. We actually have a new place that's indoor batting that I really want to go. I'm not a sports person, but I want to go to this batting cage and just practice hitting some balls.
See, there we go. So we'll have to make that one happen.
You might have a golf course. We've done a whole episode on putt golf and go to a golf course. So a gun range for letter G. Like there's all these different things out there. And so really when we create these moments, we're very specific in it because we want it to like catapult you into these other ideas. These things you can save for later and you can actually go do the thing. Like the bingo card, that has a list of things that you could do. You might reprint out another card, and maybe you and your family decide we want to try to get a bingo. So which one of these rows or columns do we want to go do each one of these things? And as you do them, you're marking them off and trying to accomplish winning bingo, but as a group.
Yeah, bingo was his name, in my head, and I wasn't going to say
saved it.
I wasn't going to.
You're having some restraint.
I did. And so, what would you get for W?
W, let's see. Washateria. Hey, but let me tell you this. When our kids were teenagers and they were really struggling with the amount of clothes that they were keeping clean, we started taking them. It was as a punishment, but it actually ended up being a very bonding experience. We would bag up, we as in me, would bag up the kids' clothes that were all over the floor. And it was too much for us to be able to just come down to our own washing machine and wash. And so I took them to the local washateria. And my daughter was like riding around in the little basket in there and just learning some life skills, like putting the quarters in, washing the clothes.
You don't ride a basket that way, honey. Let me show you.
It was memories that we will remember forever. It was a punishment. That's what was funny, is we were doing it. I wasn't trying to be harsh punishment, but it was like, look, guys, y'all have so many dirty clothes. We don't have enough time right here to wash them all. Let's load them up. We're going to go to the local washateria. I have all these quarters. It ended up costing us more money than I really wanted it to, but it was life lessons and moments that taught them how to wash their clothes.
And you had fun doing it.
And we had fun and some pictures to prove it.
So there you go. So there that is an A to Z scavenger hunt. And if you get really frisky, do it backwards. Start from Z and then go the other way.
You don't have to go in order.
But what if you did? So you could take it, you could do it random. Anybody can do that. But what if you started from A and you went in order down to Z, or you started from Z?
That is true.
And went backwards to A. You could.
That is true.
So
I
you
wonder.
take it.
I wonder where
We would
you
love
would go
your.
for
We
an
would.
X.
We would actually love your feedback on that. So as you do that, take pictures. If you put them on Instagram,
Tag enjoying your blended family.
That's it. Tag us, and we would love to kind of see the fun that you and your family are having with this.
I would like, cool. If you know how to do this, add us as collaborators, and we would let it post on our page too. We would accept that so that
we would do that.
We would love to see that. Really, on any of these fun Fridays that you do, and you go on these adventures, I would love for you to add us. All you have to do is when you go to tag people, there's a section that says add as collaborator, and you type in enjoying your blended family, and it'll let you, and I'll accept that. I would love to show off your family having a good time doing one of these fun Friday ideas.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention, something.
Keep going. I'm sure everybody in the
Grabs
car
hold of me
is
tightly,
also...
flows like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the light and I'll glow to the extreme where I come act like a vandal. Light up a stage, watch tumble like a candle dance.
Okay, so if you really are into Vanilla Ice, go put that on your playlist, because I know you already are like, baby. Okay, I need to sing this song now.
And maybe playing whenever you're in the car. Okay, that's why I went there. No, I really didn't. There was just sparked an idea. But you play some old throwback music with you and your kids and have fun while you're doing it.
And you can even give your kid that, clean version, hopefully. But the kids that love music, having them create that playlist for you and adding in some of those things, and then you adding in some of your favorite songs. I mean, possibilities are endless.
It is. So take this, run with it. But this is a way to get out in your town. Now, you've talked about doing this in your hometown, right? Mm-hmm. So before we wrap up, I mean, it just doesn't have to stop there, right?
It does not. And I have already mentioned that as well.
But I want you to elaborate. What does that mean? Like really kind of dive in on that for a second.
Oh, wow. Because so you do your hometown, but like I was saying earlier, there's surrounding towns. I mean, this really could be endless. If you find that your family loves this, and this is one of those things, the Christmas light scavenger hunt, which is a very popular thing in our hometown that was created, people love getting out with a plan, like with a place that you're having to go, but yet it's not the pressure of necessarily getting out of your car. And there's towns with all of these really cool things all around you. So if, especially with like the murals and stuff around town, going out and going and exploring those things and discovering these areas, you might start out, like we said, in your hometown, and then it might be the town that's 5 minutes over. Then it might be, we have a Saturday, let's go on a road trip and do the town 30 minutes from us. Before you know it, you might even be in a different state if you don't live in Texas.
Well, that is true.
You might, just go into a town in the state next to you and go explore and do this scavenger hunt. And guys, besides the gas and the snacks, it's a free fun for you and your family.
Yeah, so it is endless. You could take this and just have this throughout the year that you're doing and exploring.
Is that what you meant?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wanted you to elaborate a little more on that. I was just
and again, like this letter one can be done in different ways because, you might pick something this time and you might pick something different next time. So you can really mix and match it up like that. Or you might, for your child and it's one of their birthdays or something, you might have them invite their friends along and you go do it as a group. So really just, you can take this idea and let it spark something else.
So there it is. That is some fun ways to get out and have a scavenger hunt with your family. And it's easy. It's easy. It's fun.
And it is fun, I promise. Take pictures, lots of pictures.
Take pictures, tag us. We would love it. Collab with us. We would love that as well. But like we said, all that is in the show notes. You can click on the link and then you can get your free PDF that you can download and just keep them with you and use it. And yeah, y'all just go have some fun with that. Really enjoy making those memories together. You'll come out of it with a lot of laughs, with a lot of things to talk about, and you will look back on it years later still laughing and talking about it. Mm-hmm. And that's what we want in our blended family. We want more stuff like that. So listen, we love you guys, and we will see you next time. I was going to say, and have a fun Friday. Kind of how we started this. It's a fun Friday, not just a Friday. Okay? So go have some fun. Enjoy it. We love you. We'll see you later.
I love you guys. Bye. Thanks for joining us today. We hope this episode has been a blessing and encouraged your family journey.
Make sure you stay connected with us and join our weekly Blended Family newsletter. We send an email out every Friday morning full of support and encouragement.
And when you join, we also want to give you a free gift. So go get yours today. The link is in the show notes below.
Have an amazing day. Remember to enjoy the journey with your blended family, and we'll see you on the next episode.